you think it would have been possible for Kaz to blink onto the disruptors before they got the shots off? Maybe. The problem is that if he had blinked forward on the disruptors, then he would have lost his like positional advantage, referring to like the force fields and his high ground. But maybe that would have made a difference when it came to the fight. He would have lost a lot of soldiers in the process, but would it have been worth it? Maybe. Regardless, we're now getting into our first series, our first best of 5, the grand finals of grand finality of LiuLi Cup number 3. And spawning in the top right hand corner of ley lines, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself from South Korea. It is herO for Twisted Minds. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. For now, we are going to be selling in. We have a 2-gate opener out of herO, and there it is, 2-gate opener out of MaxPax. Again, if you haven't been watching MaxPax over the past 2 weeks, then this might be a surprise to you, but that's why we had a little bit of a rant leading into this, how MaxPax, he has reinvented his PvP. He's now a little more versatile, and he's a little more willing to go for these 2-gate openers. I'll be honest, I can't remember the last time, or I say I can't remember, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since MaxPax went for the MaxPax opener in PvP. He stopped. He has, for the most part, stopped. And that does open up just a whole bunch of different openers and a whole bunch of different responses as well. Let's go. So 2-gate versus 2-gate. MaxPax, he does not send out a probe across the map. So he does have a scanning probe, but he has no proxy setup. So no proxy here from MaxPax. Pylon is in the main, and herO scouts. Likewise, MaxPax also confirms the pylon in the main base. So far, we have mirrored builds. Ooh, herO going Sentry Expand. A greedy response here from herO. MaxPax going Stalker Adept. So herO's being greedy, he's cutting corners. herO, he locks in the probe, so the probe is stuck in the main, which means MaxPax cannot pylon block, which means herO will have the greater economy. MaxPax opening up with a Stargate. Stargate before Nexus. Okay. As herO, he does have, again, the faster expansion. Again, herO, he has been greedy. MaxPax going for the later Nexus, but again, going for the faster Stargate for Oracle Harass. So on the one hand, the herO should have the higher probe counts, but the Oracle is there to try to amend that and try to help MaxPax catch up and maybe even take a lead. Lead. Oh. As herO does catch the initial Adept. Oracle is now out. herO does confirm with the hallucination. He's aware. He's aware of the Oracle. Back at home, we have faster blink for herO. Remember, Stargate for MaxPax. Twilight Council for herO. So faster blink. As herO, he does overextend for a moment. From here, he kites back, trying to keep up with the Oracle. Oracle does hit the natural. Going for the Stalker. Yeah, it does go for the dive. The Stalker does survive. Nice moves out of herO. As herO does pull away. Barely saves the Stalker. MaxPax, he rotates over towards the natural. Oh. As so far we do see 3 probes going down. Some decent damage here from MaxPax. And he keeps both Oracles alive. True. Does keep them alive. Adepte thrown in the shade. herO, he does fully wall off. Ooh, Adepte commit to the shade, going for the mineral line, getting 1 probe. Getting 2. 5 in total. Double Oracle into the main base. herO's out of position. This can pop off. herO's pushing. Yeah, he's just rallying everything across the map. The main base is exposed. Probe's going to be going down. That's going to be critical damage. Here, he's all in. He's all in. A blink is almost done. He still needs more time for blink, though. As that's 15 probe kills. That is critical damage. herO trying to look down some of the stalkers, but the shield battery's within range. He will lose in a sentry. Trades the sentry for a stalker. We'll lose another. Yeah, second sentry goes down. herO gets another stalker, but he's been losing all of his sentries. Blink is done. Blink is complete. He can try to outcontrol MaxPax, but he has a second shield battery. Oh. herO microing his heart out. It's a nice control. The Oracle back into the main, just crippling herO. Again, it's all or nothing for herO. A bit of a panic link. And pulls back. Pulls back. The Prism has arrived. MaxPax now, he has blink of his own. He's caught up in those upgrades. The Prism, no! The Prism! He wants it. He gets the War Prism. No more reinforcements. No reinforcements. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, massive overextension from herO. And herO is falling behind. He's falling behind. That was his moment. Again, behind this, he got into the gateway. He was on a 3-gate setup. He was meant to be committing to his all-in. But the aggression fails. The aggression fails. The Prism goes down. And our MaxPax is getting further ahead, claiming a third base. Now, herO, does he try to expand, or does he throw down another gateway? Looks like expansion. Okay. There's a Nexus for MaxPax, and we should be seeing a Nexus for herO. So both players are expanding. MaxPax is in a better position. Remember, MaxPax has had better mining for longer, and of course, he does have +1 that's halfway done. More than halfway done. So better upgrades for MaxPax. herO, he just now begins his own forge. Now, the deficit that herO has is not insurmountable. There's definitely opportunities here for counterattacks, for some economic damage. herO has potential. So does MaxPax. He still has that Oracle alive. And the pressure is still on herO. Pressure's on herO. As he's trying to build up, working towards charge. Charge on the way. MaxPax poking out. I don't think he intends to commit, as he doesn't have a War Prism. The river is just not finishing. And pushing up a ramp into Immortals is not going to be too easy, so he's just trying to find some damage here and maybe pick up some transferring workers. Better concave for MaxPax. Oh, we'll lose one Stalker there. One Stalker goes down, 3 Stalkers even, 4. 4 Stalkers to fall, better engaging for herO. MaxPax trying to punish. herO thankfully has the Oracle. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oracle goes down. So it does take it into the main. Very nice. This is what herO needed. Gets into the main base. 4 or 5 probe kills. Nicely done. Here he does catch MaxPax with his pants down. He's slowly building up his immortal count. He's working towards charge. MaxPax, he's late to take into charge. Ooh, well, we'll get the 4th. Let's force a cancel. Containing herO. MaxPax going for the faster 4th himself. We're building up. Now, the big question here is, how long will it take for our players to take up into Archons, if at all? herO does have a nice window here where he has charge over his opponents, so he can reinforce with Zealots. As herO trying to overwhelm, he does pick off a good amount of Stalkers. That was how many? I want to say that was like 5 Stalkers going down. 4 to 5. So better trade for herO. Looks like he won't be able to make use of that charge timing. So charge looks like he will finish. We spoke about the Archons. There we go. Temple Archives on the way. Faster Archons for herO. It's on the horizon. And herO now having 4 Immortals. MaxPax cannot push into this. Not with Pure Stalker. This is where Zealots are a must. It does get 1. A bit of miscontrol there by herO. Lose one of his Immortals. At the same time, Zealots got into the mineral line. 5 probes went down. Stage Trap doesn't quite connect. Still very intense. First Archon's coming in for herO. MaxPax, technically he has access to Archons with Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine is finishing up. Going for DT Harass and can also morph an Archon via that as well. So far MaxPax has to pull away. Has to pull out, distracting the main army. Zealots, they do get into the mineral line once again. Very nice. Yeah, MaxPax distracting herO. Gets another 5 probes. Run by. herO, he's had enough. he's had enough. Going for the counter attack. He's got 4 Immortals. He has 1 Archon. With only 1 Archon, I feel like with Zealot reinforcements, MaxPax should be fine. Yeah, here come the Zealots. Like, charge also a big power spike in PvP, and oh, that's a kill. Kill, not a cancel. Without a good enough Archon count, Zealots can overwhelm, but now we have a second Archon. Okay, so 2 Archons for herO. MaxPax, he doesn't want to A-move into the Archons. Okay, he's kiting back. Zealots, they pull away. Nice control. Oh, he does catch the Archons. Now he can go for it. He can go for the dive. Yeah, MaxPax is moving in. His army is stuck behind this. Even a couple of boys being pulled, getting on top of the Immortals. He gets 1. Zealots, they just can't engage. Yeah, just an awkward engage here from MaxPax. But there we go, he blinks on in. He will get every single Immortal. We spoke about it. Zealots, they overwhelmed the army. We needed those Archons. And with that Stasis Trap, that was the MVP Stasis Trap. MaxPax, he will take the fight. He will take the fight. He will overwhelm. It's costing him all the probes though, true. So very messy. A messy defense here, but MaxPax, he does have an overwhelming army. So here he moves down. And what do we have left to defend? This is the army. We have a handful of Zealots. Ay, ay, ay. Unironically, it's 12 Zealots. That's the army supply for herO. Now warping in an Archon. But MaxPax is moving out. Again, that was the best fight I could have hoped for. That Stasis Trap was the MVP. That signaled MaxPax should just dive in. Just dive, just go for it. It was messy, for sure. It was a little bit like the army was kind of getting stuck with itself. And the Cletus engaged, but it was good enough. It was good enough. MaxPax cutting back to the Stasis. See in the chats, +1 probably be bigger, getting to +2. As we mentioned, the upgrades were less impactful. A lot of it came down to the composition, came down to the army, came down to the Stasis Trap, right? Like here, he had purely Immortal Stalker. Without any Archons, he just couldn't really hold his own against the swarm of Zealots. Like, the composition was just in favor of MaxPax. If the Archons didn't get stasis, then here he could have held his own here. He could have actually... I mean, MaxPax wouldn't have fight. He wouldn't have fought. He wouldn't have dove. The game most likely would have continued. here, the final fight for herO. As he's trying to do what he can with what little he has. Ay, ay, ay. And with that, he will lose his final army. You see MaxPax breaking the main force, pushing into the economy, pushing into the bases, getting into the mineral line. MaxPax still has 3 Archons, so even with Zealot reinforcements, he can hold his own. And with that, MaxPax, he will take a lead in the series. GG gets called. MaxPax takes game number 1. Does take the lead. Here we go. GG, well played. Again, just a really critical fight, a really crucial moments for MaxPax. As it all did go his way, he was able to bait herO in, pull off with the stasis, and then just dive on that army. We saw that herO, his 4 or 5 immortals, they meant nothing against the mass gateway composition that MaxPax had. GG. GG, well played. As MaxPax takes the lead, and now we're getting into game number 2. Here we go. Getting into our next game. And game 2 is going to be on Tokamak. Tokamak being one of the larger maps in the map pool, and we'll see if either one of our players does go for any cheese. I mean, there's a lot of places to hide a proxy pylon. With that, we can go for an all-in, we can go for a proxy Stargate, we can try to fake out our opponents. We could even try to cut corners and go for a greedier opener, which herO is quite fond of. We'll see. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Danish Protoss player leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. From here, we're settling in, and we'll see if we go for another 2-gate opener. If, as a reminder, herO did go for a 2-gate opener, Sentry Expand, very greedy start. In the end, he did not maintain the economic advantage. Tried to, but didn't quite get away with it. And we'll see if we can do so this time. Once again, 2-gate opener out of herO, 2-gate opener out of MaxPax. So far, mirrored builds. Right now, we are looking for each other's pylon. You can see that herO looks like he will hide a pylon here outside of his main, and this location looks like a fake proxy pylon. Basically, the purpose of this is that MaxPax, because he's in the main base, he's counting pylons. He will confirm a pylon is missing, and herO is hoping to try to get into the head of MaxPax and try to make him overreact and be overly defensive, and make it look like he's cheesing when he isn't. As herO moves out. Behind this, do have our center set up here to MaxPax. He has his own pylon in the main, and we'll see how MaxPax responds. Does he take the bait? Does he not? Double Stalker here out of herO. Does open Double Stalker. Meanwhile, Stalker Adept out of MaxPax. With that, he can get across the map to scout and harass. Yeah, MaxPax is setting up on the low ground, so he doesn't fall for it. Oh, Stargate first, okay. Goes for it, his tech first. Stargate opener into a delayed expansion. With that, he can go for Oracle Harass. herO getting a safety shield battery in the main. And herO should be expanding. What's going on? herO going to be reinforcing with 2 more Stalkers, so we have a quadruple Stalker start out of herO. And we'll see if he can punish this natural, as it does have a much stronger Stalker army. So again, here he delays his own natural base in favor of the Stalker aggression. He wants that pylon. Shield battery's done. Nicely timed here from MaxPax. Nicely timed. Here comes the second Stalker. Got a very clutch defense here by MaxPax. Nice snipe. Gets one. Gets two. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, MaxPax out trading. The Oracle has arrived. He can dive on the Stalkers. He can, he will, and MaxPax holds. Yeah, Max actually does hold. He punishes herO. Ooh, as the final Stalker barely goes down. And herO gets away with his natural. MaxPax gets away with his natural. herO does not. herO, his own base is delayed because herO was trying to force a cancel, trying to punish and break the natural base. Wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it in the end. herO committed quite hard. herO heals 4 Stalkers for the 1 Stalker of MaxPax. Oracle is deflected. Behind this, herO is taking up into a Twilight Council, so he will have faster blink, true. But he will have a worse economy. So worse economy for herO. Oracle is deflected. MaxPax moving out. herO out of... Oh, no, actually, he's in position. herO is in position. Catching up MaxPax. Yeah, MaxPax overextends. Pushing into sentries. Bit of a rough trade, but the Oracle does get into the mineral line. Gets 3 probes. Back up Oracle into the main. Going for the stasis. And the stasis will go off. Catching 3 probes. 3 probes getting caught. Oracle's a pick off another probe in the main. 5 in total. And, I mean, MaxPax, he already had an economic lead. He maintains it. He maintains, he extends that lead. Max actually has 40 per... Jeez. Like, saying he has an economic lead, it's an understatement. Like, MaxPax, his economy is thriving back. Ay, ay, ay. It's looking solid. And the pressure is very much so on herO. And you can see, sure, herO, he has faster blink, but only slightly. We can see the blink is catching up for MaxPax. The window isn't too great that herO has. And if herO throws down another couple of gateways, he may turn this into a 2-base all-in. Otherwise, he's expanding. So herO, he will take a 3rd. It's going to be a rough road to recovery here for herO. There's the 3rd base. MaxPax, he should confirm. Yep, he scouts. He confirms a 3rd, so he knows there's no 2-base all-in. Nice scout from MaxPax. Poke in, picking up the sentries, applying pressure to the 3rd base. And I mean, because of the greater economy, he does have the greater army. Have a warping coming in. And Max actually has a greater concave here. Picks up the sentry, going for the Stalkers, and here he kind of hold on. I mean, the shield battery will help though. Shield battery does help, but now here come the reinforcements, and Max actually will overwhelm the 3rd base. He will break the 3rd. He will break herO. hero's trying to hold on. There's the NG overcharge. Okay. herO, he holds. He's holding on at the same time. Ooh, stasis goes off. Double Oracle into the natural. And MaxPax is still just critical damage. herO just falling behind in the early game and not quite being able to recover. Did overextend. He was punished for it. Referring to when herO was pushing into the natural base, like he was punished for that. He had later natural, lost too many workers, and herO should not be able to recover. GG gets called as MaxPax takes a 2-0 lead in the finals. GG, a solid lead here from MaxPax. Again, herO, he was very aggressive at the start of the game. Remember, he chose to delay his natural for not just double Stalker, for a 3rd and 4th Stalker as well. He went up to a quadruple Stalker start, delaying his own expansion, hoping to try to punish MaxPax and break that natural. He failed to do so. MaxPax, he had some very crisp control with his first 2 Stalkers, as he was able to buy enough time for the shield battery, buy enough time for the Oracle. In the end, he was able to outtrade herO and then use that Oracle to his advantage to deal economic economic damage across the map, and just got further and further ahead from there. Here he tried to recover, tried to stabilize by getting a third base, but he had fallen too far behind. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into game 3, and we'll see if the series will end here and now. We'll see if herO can start the comeback. The pressure is on. The pressure is on herO. Let's go. Let us go. As we're getting into Incorporeal. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the Danish Protoss player. Of the Danish Protoss, we have the Blue Protoss, leading the series 2-0, one game away from becoming this week's LiuLi Cup champion. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Red Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. Down heavily in the series, one more loss, and that is the end of the series. That is the end of the tournament. He has to fight back here and now to begin the comeback. It is herO. Go. Double supply. Yes, if we didn't make it clear, like a lot of that came down to the early game. From herO, as he did fall behind economically, which translated into a larger army, of course, into a better setup for MaxPax. Here he was getting quite desperate, and he was trying to get away with the third base and hoping that MaxPax would be more passive. Thanks to the Stargate, thanks to the Oracles, MaxPax, he was able to scout the third. He knew that he could apply pressure, knew that he could overwhelm. Just because of the lead that he had, of course. Meanwhile, 2 gate open out to MaxPax. herO gate expand. Okay. herO very greedy build here. Gate expand before the Cyber Core. You do not get greedier than this. We have seen straight up Nexus first before, so true. I guess that is also something that we do see every now and then. Very rare build though. But gate expand out of herO. MaxPax, it is very common to respond to this with a 1 base all in. So we'll see if MaxPax does proxy. Yep, 1 base all in. So this should be a proxy robo, and MaxPax should be looking to punish the greed of herO as the pylon is set up. Ideally, herO should be blindly going for a third gateway and then a robo behind this as well, just to be hyper safe and defensive. Again, herO knows he's been scattered, and again, it is a standard response to go for the all in. Show us the robo. There it is, a robo from MaxPax, 1 base all in. And herO, he should know what's coming. He should know, even though he hasn't scattered. You can see he's scouting. He's checking on the left-hand side with the probe. Even though he hasn't seen what's going on, there's a very high chance that MaxPax is going for the robo. As herO is attempting to scout. Does check here on the right-hand side. Yeah, he confirms. Yeah, does find it, does confirm. herO is moving out to focus on the pylons. A proactive choice here from herO. Proactive approach. He's going for the first pylon. He will force a cancel. But the robo will finish. And here come the reinforcements for MaxPax. Now herO, if he can depower this robo, if he can take down both pylons, then he can stop this. Let them say shade in. They focus on the zealots. We have stalkers on the way. Zealot goes down. herO, he's got 2 stalkers. He will kill 1 pylon. But again, thanks to the other pylon, the Immortal should finish. And herO, he doesn't want to get caught by that Immortal. He has to get the hell out of here. Gets a pylon. herO, he does escape. He does get away. Behind the steps. Oh, they get into the mineral line. Max moves out of MaxPax. herO, he does respond with a 3-gate setup. Again, common response here. 3 gateways before the robo. Oh, nice positioning here from herO. Chasing the shade. Gets 1 adept. Up. Oh, gets the other. Does get 2 adepts, but the Immortal has arrived. Shield battery on the high ground. So here he can hold onto the ramp. Going for the pro. Jesus, go bold move. herO warping in across the map. Does warp in across the map. There's nothing at home to defend. herO, he might be able to pull this off. He doesn't have 3 gates, he has 4. He has 4 gateways. Basically, herO's going for his own 1-base play. The Immortal trying to work its way through, but it cannot. Zealot's taking it. They depower the gates! Oh, herO! Depowers the gateways, forces the recall. And here he saves the natural. He saves the natural. Here, this army might be cleaned up, but this is worth it. This is very, very worth it for herO. Does force the recall. herO, he depowers the robo. He saves the natural, and herO is running away with this game. Whew. And we're going to have a series. We're going to have a series here. We're going to have a back and forth. As herO gets into the mineral line, he's one-shotting probes. 6 probes going down. MaxPax has a crippled economy. And again, he has no tech. He's trying to repower his robo. He's stuck at home. He has to defend against the shades. Stuck defending. Oh. herO saturating his natural. He's got time. Doubles back around, ensures that the robo stays depowered. Kills the pylon. And here's just getting further ahead. He's getting further ahead. The MVP proxy. Sure. You can see here he's setting up outside of his main base. He's hoping to lure MaxPax in, then he can come in from behind and snipe the Warp Prism. So cheeky move here by herO. I think MaxPax may have caught a glimpse of the army. I think he knows. Where are we going here? Here he moves out a little bit too far. Uh-oh. He moves out too far. That should not have happened. herO completely out of position. Ay, ay, ay. But here he does come back home. Does make it back. Going for the sentries. Gets one. Yeah, sentries are going down. There's only one immortal, and herO, he should still overwhelm. As he takes down all the stalkers, now going for the final immortal. And MaxPax is out of an army. This is maybe the best fight that MaxPax could have hoped for, like going in initially and killing the mineral line, but he will still lose everything. GG gets called, and herO does fight back. Does put a point on the board. GG. GG, well played. Whew. Again, herO, his response was not to go for the robo. He went for a 3-gate setup into a proxy 4th gateway across the map. MaxPax had nothing at home to defend. He was caught completely with his pants down. Zelso able to depower, force the recall, while herO stabilized across the map. GG. GG, well played. So a really nice setup there from herO. And with that, we're getting into game number 4. Let's go. And can we force the ace match? Personally, regardless of how this goes, whether this goes the way of MaxPax or herO, would love to see an ace match, but the pressure is on. As game 4 is going to be on pylon. Here we go. Alright, getting into pylon. Still potentially the final game of the series, true. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of pylon, we have the Danish Protoss player, we have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming, leading the series 2-1, and 1 game away from becoming this week's champion. It is MaxPax. 1 more game is still all he needs. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, we have the red Protoss. The pressure is on. Momentum is on his side. He just began the comeback, but can he bring it all the way to game 5? For Twisted Minds, it is herO. Let's go. Let's go. As we are settling in. And remember, last game we saw a gate expand setup out of herO. Here on pylon, we should not see that. It's like pylon is known for aggression, is known for, favoring aggressive players. herO moves out with the probe, but MaxPax did see the probe. Here he doubles back to the other side. I love it. MaxPax saw the probe heading in the right-hand side, towards the right-hand side direction. herO moving through the center. And this is a prime location for a proxy robo. Do we commit to the one base all in? I mean, because of his probe movement, if there is a pylon here, and there should be, MaxPax is going to be more prone to scouting all the way in the top right-hand corner of the map instead. So he can maybe use that to his advantage. But also, MaxPax knows that herO knows that MaxPax saw him. As herO, he does snipe. Was a little bit costly for probes, but he does snipe the probe. Does deny the scout. And here we go. Proxy Robo, one base all in out of herO. MaxPax going for a 2-gate opener into an expand. No shot. MaxPax, he knows the pylon is missing. And he knows there's a probe on the map. Probe now moves in. MaxPax, he's going for the expand. Stargate. Whew. Stargate first, followed by the Nexus. And we'll see if MaxPax goes for Void Rays. We'll see if it's going to be enough. As herO is committed. herO is all in. The Immortal has begun. Going Immortal first and not Warp Prism. As the Depths, they are denied a Shade. Oh, taking some hull damage. Both players sustain a little bit of hull damage. Going to be Oracle first out of MaxPax. herO, he didn't. Oh, he did scout. He did scout. He's aware of the Stargate. We should be seeing a shield battery. We need a shield battery back at home to maintain that economy. There it is. Shield battery's on the way. He's ready for the Oracle. Devastation in. Oh my god. Does Shade, going for the shield battery. Shield battery goes down. Nice pick off here from herO. Immortal is revealed. Now MaxPax knows. And there is no anti-air. True. Shields get triggered. Adepts Shade into the main. Probes are going down. Ooh, and this is 4 worker kills already. Getting up to 5. Not quite getting up to 6. 5 kills. herO, he will depower the gateways. Massive pickup. Yeah, no second pylon. Void Ray is on the way. Again, the Void Ray is the only thing that MaxPax can make. It's the only option. He has to go for that Void Ray defense. I would also say that maybe there's not enough anti-air here for herO. He needs more Stalkers. Here comes the Warp in. Pylon goes down. And herO, he's breaking through. He's breaking through. Saves the Immortal. Immortal gets saved. Again, does he have enough anti-air? Shield battery is done. Void Ray survives. And the Void Ray, nice target firing. Void Ray takes down 2 Stalkers. Takes down the Stalkers. Immortals, they do well tanking. And the boys are being fooled. The boys are being fooled. Trying to dive on that Void Ray. See the Void Ray targeting down those Stalkers. Nice control, and hero's done it. herO, he has done it at the same time across the map. The Oracle goes to town, kills every single probe. But herO, he hunts down the Void Ray. Void Ray goes down, depowers everything in the main base, and herO, he has done it. He has brought it back to the ace match. GG gets called. herO will tie the series up. We're going to game 5. GG. Whew. GG, well played again. Very nice control out of herO when it came to his Warp Prism micro, preserving his Immortals, preserving his Stalkers, kiting back, being able to focus on the pylons, and ensuring that MaxPax had barely any production. Likewise, also punishing MaxPax's response. MaxPax, he knew the pylon was missing, but he still went for the Stargate, not the Robo. He went for a Stargate opener into the expand, which had potential with Void Rays for sure, but again, it's not as safe as a Robo opener. So MaxPax, he was being greedy. He was calling herO's bluff, but he wasn't bluffing. He wasn't bluffing. He was committing instead. GG. We're going to the ace match, and that's all that I wanted. Whether it goes the way of herO or MaxPax, we do typically see a back and forth between these two. So going all the way to game 5, and we'll see who's going to be the champion this week. Let's go. Here we go. Bearing in mind that herO did defeat MaxPax earlier in the week in the Water TV Monday, but now our Danish Protoss is here for revenge, as spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone. We have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? Can he bring it home? It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, top left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss representing Twisted Minds. Momentum is on his side. He's won 2 games in a row. Can he win 3 in a row? It is herO. We go. So we are setting up. Setting up. So far, 2-gate open out of herO, 2-gate open out of MaxPax. The openers are mirrored, but we'll see if we throw down any pylons elsewhere on the map. As herO scouts the main and MaxPax also scouts the main base, there's no extra probe out on the map. There's no setup for a proxy. So far, so standard. Right now, we're waiting for the Saber to finish, and then we'll wait for the first units of choice. Do we open up double Stalker, double Sentry, Stalker Sentry, or Sentry Expand? Or even Stalker Adept? What's it going to be? Each pairing kind of has its own purpose. Some openers more aggressive than others, some more safe, some more greedy. Double Stalker out of herO, a much more aggressive start. Meanwhile, Stalker Adept out of MaxPax. Going for something that does have a little bit more scouting potential. The Adept can shade across the map, of course. Meanwhile, herO will have more of a brute force approach here with additional Stalkers, and he can reinforce this with a 3rd and 4th Stalker as well and delay his expansion. We saw this did not work in Game 2, I think it was Game 2, where MaxPax did punish herO. For now, 2 Stalkers moving out, and both players open Stargate. Okay. Stargate openers all around. herO, he doesn't scout the main base, he's not aware. Likewise, MaxPax isn't aware either. Now, if anyone scouted each other, then we could open up Phoenix. But because both players are in the dark, we could just see Oracle versus Oracle instead. As both players are expanding, remember there's no all-in. Stargate's not indicative of an all-in, and then we go with the Oracle on the way for MaxPax, and the Oracle should be on the way for herO. If either player had scouted, then they'd react and respond with a Phoenix. Oh, herO with the read, okay! herO, he didn't scout, but, I mean, he's familiar with MaxPax. We've seen a lot of Stargate play out of MaxPax, a lot of Oracle play, and herO, he's going to try to hard counter. Bold move. Bold gamble. That's what herO's known for. He's known for the risks. He's known for gambling. And here he is gambling correctly. Yeah, he's going to run into the Oracle. He will engage. The Oracle should not do any damage. Force a recall. Will take some hull damage as well. And MaxPax in a rough position. He responds with a gateway with his own Twilight Council. herO opening up with his own Oracle. herO pokes in. MaxPax does get away. Ideally, MaxPax wants to bypass his Phoenix and get across the map. Because it's a Phoenix, then herO should not have any shield batteries, which means the mineral lines are exposed. The Oracle goes in. Gets the main, gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Gets up to 4, doesn't take any hull damage, very nice. 4 probes go down. Full workers. Meanwhile, the Oracle for MaxPax. Oh. Back at home. Hunting down hero's Oracle. Tries to get away, but should not be able to. Nice time. Sniping the Oracle, both players getting into Blink. We have a 4-gate Blink set up here at a herO. Meanwhile, we have 3 gateways for MaxPax. herO, he may proxy a 5th gateway. Yep, the pylon is moving out. This looks like a proxy 5th gateway. This looks like a 2-base all-in. There it is. There's a proxy. herO, he is committing, he's doubling down with Mass Stalker, and he wants MaxPax to expand. Phoenix goes down. Phoenix goes down. MaxPax, he does have a safe start with 3 gates. But if he expands, I mean, herO, he's going to get what he wants. Oh, actually, MaxPax going for his own proxy. Okay. Similar setups. There's that 5th gateway for herO. So herO is up 2 gates. Oh, takes down the Phoenix. Blink is not yet done. herO, he has to respect this. He has to back off. herO gaining, sorry, MaxPax gaining map control. Oh, but MaxPax is expanding. Remember, herO is not. Yeah, you can see the probe is in position to expand. But herO, he has more gates. And it will soon overwhelm. Stalker's being forced back. MaxPax, he scouts the proxy. Does scout the gateway. Doesn't get the pylon. Going for a Dark Shrine. Bold move. And here he's committing. Does commit. Picks off 2 Stalkers. Here come the reinforcements. Here comes the warp in. Here is going for the kill. We have mass shield battery. MaxPax, he cancels the 3rd base. The stasis. Oh! Does he see? He does. Yeah, he does see. He does notice. Nice bait. Shield batteries are still on the way, and here he's going for the kill. Going for the throats. Boys are being pulled. Very nice force field. Goes for the shield batteries, one after the other. Does force a cancel. Ooh, going for the pylon. Doesn't get it. It doesn't get, there we go. It does barely get the pylon towards the end, but there's a high ground pylon instead. Shield battery remains powered. Here come more reinforcements. Remember, here is all in. Remember, he is 2-base all in. He chose not to expand. MaxPax is barely holding on. He's down in Stalkers, down in supply. herO, he does have detection in the form of an Oracle, potentially. But there's no good answer to Dark Templar. DTs could win the game for MaxPax. He could claim it. Oof. Once again, takes down the pylon. Dark Templar, they're warping across the map. Here come the DTs. Again, that's the Hail Mary play for MaxPax. Remember, 0 detection for herO. But he can try to chrono out an Oracle. Expands. herO expands. No Robo. Here comes the Dark Templar. And this might just be too much. The DTs are revealed. They're revealed across the map. herO, he's chronoing out his Oracle. He needs it. He needs the Oracle. Going into the main. There's DTs everywhere. The Invisible Man. But they might be too slow. herO, he dives on the Stalkers. Does chase them down. There's 2 Stalkers left. Now going for the probes. Going for the boys. As herO, he will be forced out. At the same time, DTs are popping up, but the Oracle has arrived. herO, he defends his main. He defends the main base. And with an energy overcharge, oh, he does have one available. There we go. There's the overcharge. Doesn't quite catch the Dark Templar. Trying to chase him down. herO, he's in a better position. He's up a base. He's up an expansion. He's up in army supply. And MaxPax, he survives, but he's not really living here. DTs keep MaxPax in the game, but they're not winning in the game. They did not do enough damage. Not yet. Proxy goes down. Stasis traps are not what we need. We need revelations. DT gets into the main base. Again, the energy is precious. Wait. Stasis traps don't know what to go for right now. As DTs are popping off. They're killing a lot of probes. This is significant. 11 probes going down. And MaxPax takes a worker lead. He takes a worker lead. He has more efficient mining. herO, do we have a Robo? Still no Robo. He's going for cannons, I would imagine. Another DT slips into the main base. Killing more probes. And again, so frustrating here for herO. He will clean this up. But what once was a commanding lead, no longer. No longer. I mean, he's still massively ahead when it comes to the army. True. He has double the Stalker count, and a head-on fight, we have to favor herO, but these DTs are keeping him busy at home, as he's losing even more probes. And he did not get a cannon. He has more TTs that are getting in. Dark Templar into the main base, another probe goes down. This is worth it for MaxPax. Getting another 8 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. 9 probes even. I'm afraid to look how many. 42 probes have gone down. Most of that was from Dark Templar. Insane damage. And MaxPax is recovering. He's recovering in this game. And if MaxPax were to win this game, it would be purely off the back of the Dark Templar. herO, now he invests into cannons. These cannons are late. These are late cannons. He got the forge far early. You can see the +1 was almost done. That's how early he got the forge. But he just didn't get cannons. He was too confident or too heavily reliant on the oracles. He had too much faith. Too much faith in the oracles. Now, herO still has that army lead. As time goes on, he will lose that lead. So, thankfully, he's trying to make use of that army. Remember, he was once up 10 Stalkers, now he's only up by 5. Oh, the stasis does connect. Yeah, stasis goes off. MaxPax is holding. And MaxPax is dragging himself back into this game. Ooh, as the oracles, they do get into the main base. Okay, nice counter damage here from herO. Very necessary damage. Get 6 probes. 6 probes go down. These are slow loss for herO. No charge. herO's backing up. He's backing up. Gets a couple of probes. Ooh, he'll lose the oracles though. Yeah, he'll lose both oracles. Nice catch from MaxPax. MaxPax now up by 6 workers. And again, he's been mining more for longer. Now getting a 4th base up and running. Again, the lead that herO once had, not there anymore. It's not there anymore. And we're still waiting for charge. MaxPax getting into blink DTs. Ooh, as MaxPax, he cannot push up that ramp. herO holding on. The observers are out. He did get his own robo eventually. And here he does spot the stasis traps. He knows. Let's hold on to the ramp. Charge is late for herO, I will say that. I'm pretty sure he just forgot about it, because he did have the money for it for quite some time. So charge finally on the way. Stalker counts are neck and neck. herO, he has +2 over his opponents, so this is a bit of an anti-timing for MaxPax. Yeah, pushing into +2. MaxPax taking the worst fight. And MaxPax calm down. Oh, ooh, nice stasis though. Nice stasis traps. Let's catch herO. But again, MaxPax was pushing into a concave without those upgrades. Ay, ay, ay. Now he's catching up. Charge is soon to complete. Water pops out. No shields, but this is only pure Stalker, so herO, he has a more efficient composition. He's also doing an amazing job tanking. Speaking of, they'll take it across the map. They do it across. MaxPax gets caught out completely. Again, Pure Stalker does not scale well. Zelsay warp into the natural, Prism goes down, and MaxPax is bleeding out so much. And even though MaxPax with the DTs, he made a game out of this, he recovered. Oh no! Oh, Stasis doesn't go up. And hero's going for the kill. He's going for the kill. He's going for the throats. They're a defensive DT. The DTs are back. Oh no, the Dark Templar. They're getting a lot of damage, by the way. Yeah, here he has to back off. He has to retreat across the map. DTs, they pop up. 23 probes going down. The Invisible Man. I mean, MaxPax, he's known for it. He's known for his DTs. Kills the base, kills the mineral line. MaxPax, he survives thanks to the DTs. That should have been game. That should have been game then and there. But MaxPax, he's surviving. Speaking of DTs, they move out on the right-hand side and on the left. They're fanning out across the map. herO, he's forced to race all the way back home. Now, there is going to be a window here where herO has +3. +3 just finished up, so in a head-on fight, herO, he can't take it. Oh, sorry, okay, there's 2 cannons. 2 cannons here will deter. More cannons on the way. Does anyone have Archons? The answer is, herO has 1. 1 Archon is okay, but is it enough? MaxPax, now he has Mass Zealots, true. He has refined his composition, now he's got Mass Chargelet. No longer stuck with Pure Stalker. Oh. herO, we're gonna need more than just 1 Archon. As more probes are going down, yeah, 6 more probe kills. Prism falls as well. And MaxPax, he's pulling herO apart. He's going for the expansion. So much going down to the DTs. Again, DTs are pretty good. They're pretty good. Yeah. And MaxPax, he will catch the army. He will catch out the army. A very intense back and forth final game. herO had some strong moments, but the Invisible Man. True. The Invisible Man. As the DTs, they go back in, they're killing more probes. Getting more economic damage. MaxPax trying to get on top of that final Immortal. Oh no! Yeah, it does overextend. The Immortal will go down. And miscontrol there from herO. But even then, economically, he has nothing. Like herO, he has no economy. He's down to 41 probes. MaxPax just mass expanding. Just mass expanding. He's got cannons and shield riders at every base, just in case. Almost every base. And MaxPax is maxing out. He's maxing out, he's overwhelming, he's caught up with the upgrades. Since someone should need herO to make observers, he did make observers. Observers, they were there. As you saw here, he was actually sniping observers from MaxPax. What's happening? Remember, these were not just regular DTs, they were Blink Dark Templar, Blink DTs back. They better get on top of the cannons, and GG gets called with that MaxPax. He will overwhelm, he will claim the series 3-2. He will be this week's LiuLi Cup champion. And GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very intense back and forth. herO had some very strong moments in that game. He was winning fights, he was knocking down bases, but the Dark Templar DTs, they were harassing across the map, they were defending back at home, they were everywhere, and we saw that thanks to them, MaxPax, he survived, he recovered, and he won the game. He won the game thanks to his Dark Templar, non-stop harassment, non-stop counterattacks. herO, every time he tried to move out, even when he was back at home, he had just a really hard time defending, holding on. GG. Even with cannons were being focused down. Cannons were being targeted down time and time again, thanks to the mass amount of DTs and to Blink as well. Remember, there's a reason why MaxPax got into Blink. That's so he could dive on the cannons and focus them down to keep dealing more damage. And with that, did overwhelm, did overrun. And congratulations, MaxPax, he does claim it. Again, a very, very intense final game, and I believe that is another win for MaxPax in the LiuLi Cup. I think someone mentioned it earlier, but I believe MaxPax, he has won every LiuLi Cup so far. Congratulations. Congratulations. And MaxPax, he gets his revenge. He gets his revenge over herO, bearing in mind that herO did defeat MaxPax a couple of days ago in a best of 5 finals during the Wardy TV Monday, but here in the LiuLi Cup, MaxPax takes on herO. So they have their back and forth. And with that, he does claim the win. Congratulations. Otherwise, if you're in the chat, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is a weekly tournament, but I believe this may have been the final weekly because there is going to be an end of a month finals. An invitational bringing together all the top players who have competed thus far in LiuLi Cup. Un momento. Just double checking. Yes, so it's 3 weeklies, so 3 weekly tournaments, and then we do have the August finals, of the LiuLi Cup. Looks like the players that are going to be invited are going to be MaxPax, Cure, Classic, herO, Bjorn, herO Marine, Rogue, and Trigger. Okay, so it looks like we have our confirmed players. Actually, I can just show you this here. We have the technology. Un momento. 1 moment. Bam, there we go. So as you can see here, we have the monthly rankings. You can see that players have been accumulating points. You can see here, week 1, week 2, week 3. This was week 3. This was the final week of LiuLi Cup. So bam, here we have MaxPax winning every time. He's won every weekly so far, just barely. So MaxPax, he's going to be obviously invited. Likewise, we can see it here. Cure in second place with 5 points, Classic with 4, herO with 4, Bjorn with 3, Gabe with 3, Rogue with 3, Trigger with 3, and Percival barely does not make the cut. So we have our confirmed top players. As you can see here, we have 4 Protoss, we have 3 Terran, and 1 Zerg. So at least we have a little bit of Zerg representation. This is more than we're used to, so I appreciate it. We have our 1 Zerg player. Let's go, baby, let's go. Alongside the Protoss and Terran. And the bracket will soon be constructed. Again, this is going to be next weekend. Next weekend, we will be covering this on the channel. We'll be covering, I believe it's a 2-day event. I believe it's quarterfinals, and then semis, and then grand finals thereafter. If I'm not mistaken, I'll double check here, but I believe it's a 2-day event, and I believe every series is casted. Double checking here. Wait, 3-day event? Oh. Does this format warrant 3 days? Like, this looks like a solid 2-day event, right? Where day 1, you have all the quarterfinals. Day 2, you have semis and finals, right? Am I missing something? Yeah, single elimination, quarterfinals, semis, best of 3, finals, a best of 5. If we had more best of 5s, if we had, like, best of 5 semis and best of 7 finals, then I can understand 3 days. But that's kind of crazy. Is it going to be like 3 quarterfinals, then 1 quarterfinals, 2 semis, then finals? Like, what's the... Interesting. We'll see if the schedule remains, if that remains to be the schedule. But I think currently it is slated to be a 3-day event. Which would be crazy. But we'll find out. We'll find out next week. I think the format is not current on Wikipedia. It looks like Team Liquid, it says it's going to be a group stage. Oh, I see. We have Zerg casting by light. True. All the Zerg players are casters now. True. So basically, we're being told that the reason why this is 3 days is that, yes, there is this playoff bracket, but apparently there's meant to be a group stage before this. So it looks like there might be like a round robin group stage or something for seeding purposes. Because I say for seeding purposes because this is 8 players. But we have, I mean, 15 in total because this is everyone with points. This is 8. This is 8 players here. So if there's a group stage, it would just be for seeding? I don't. I guess we'll find. You know what? Maybe the format isn't locked in stone. We'll find out. We'll find out next week. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Regardless, next week there is going to be a LiuLi Cup, the monthly finals, and the format is still yet to be confirmed. And it is meant to be more than one day. Meant to be. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Hola, saludos desde México, papi, México. Vengo de la comunidad de Jaime Arturo Durán Silencio y Juanito y Bond. Oh, bienvenidos, papi, bienvenidos. Mainada. Me siento como niños antes de ir al kinder. Viendo caricaturas. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Y desayunando. Ah, I see. Bienvenidos, papi, bienvenidos. Sí, sí. We're good friends. Jaime es un amigo. Un amigo. Jaime. But good to see you. Good to see you. He's letting us know that he comes from Jim Rising stream, special stream, and Bond. Bond Gaming is a caster from Spain. He's not from Latinoamérica. He's from Spain. But Bond, he was working on HSL, on the Hispanic StarCraft League. So really cool to hear. Really cool to hear. Aquí estamos casteando en inglés, no en español. Entonces, disculpe. Do apologize. Jaime. But with that, thanks for watching. Thank you for the support. We do appreciate it. Gracias. And we are going to be wrapping up here for the evening when it comes to the rest of our schedule, when it comes to the rest of the week. As you can see here, we just wrapped up with LiuLi Cup. You can see here Friday evening. Tomorrow, we're going to be live with 2 tournaments. We have KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, and we also have Master Swan Open as well. If you're curious, MSO, Master Swan Open, is an amateur tournament that we host on a monthly basis. It is for those that are those that are below 4.7k MMR. Below 4.7k. So hey, if you happen to be below 4.7k, whether you're bronze, whether you're diamond, whether you're low masters as well, then you are eligible for the tournaments. Then you can compete. And come together as a community. So we do host those community tournaments. That's going to be tomorrow evening. I don't cast that. I do admin that event instead. Kuro in the chat does cover that. Don't worry, I understand you perfectly. Oh, thank you. You're bilingual, papi, bilingual. Let's go. Meanwhile, KSL is going to be tomorrow midday. As you can see here, 11 p.m. KST. That is going to be in around... that's going to be at 1 p.m. AEST. That'll be in 12 hours. 12 hours time, we're going to be live with KSL. I say we are going to be live. There's an asterisk on that. That's a maybe. The reason why I say maybe is because... going to the vets. Going to the vet tomorrow. I have my 2 pet bunnies, but I'm a little bit concerned about them. So we are going to the vet. That is going to be an arduous process. I've only had them for a couple of weeks, and they are not used to being handled at all. They're amazing. They're beautiful. But I'm not one to be overly pushy and pick them up constantly or anything like that. So they're not used to being handled, so they're not gonna like going to the vet at all. And yeah, that's going to be a process. And that's going to be before KSL. So if we get back home in time, I should be able to cast KSL. If everything's okay, if everything's good, then we should be good to go. Otherwise, I might not cast KSL. So it depends. But basically a couple of hours before KSL, we're going to the vet. And yeah, also on top of that, once they come back, we got to make sure they're okay as well. So there's a big asterisk on the KSL cast. Otherwise, it's in 12 hours. Then we have MSO on Saturday, and we have Sparkling Tuna Cup on Sunday as well. Now, I'm sure there are people out there that are asking for StarCraft Evolution. StarCraft Evolution, the championship, the round of 16 begins this weekend. As you can see, our schedule is already full, so we are not casting it over the weekend, but we will be having some replay casts during the week. So during the week, next week, we have a really, really busy schedule, and I'm going to do my best to cover every single match from the round of 16 of the of StarCraft Evolution League Championship. That's gonna be next week. I'll do my best. I do apologize. I know that a lot of people have been asking for it, and we just haven't been able to cast much SC Evo as of late. We've just been so busy, whether it's with casting or with other things. Again, I'm only recently pet owner, so it's been taking up a lot of my time. That's why you can see here that our cast this week has been a little bit more sporadic. I just haven't had as much time to cast, unfortunately. Not just to cast, but to do everything else. Like usually I just cast non-stop StarCraft, and I edit VODs, and I schedule VODs, and I work on socials, and I work on replay packs. But I've had less time to do all of that, to dedicate everything to StarCraft, so definitely trying to balance things as best as I can. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, whether it's for potentially KSL or MSO or Tuna Cup over the weekend. See you then. And again, SC Evo is going to be next week during the week itself. Otherwise, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow for some more StarCraft. See you next time. Ciao. Also, we need a bunny. True, we do need a bunny command. Ay. No. I know it's very off-brand. Why is it not a duckling? Why don't we have ducklings? Maybe one day we'll get our own pet ducklings. We'll have duckling cam as well. It'll be amazing. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. We'll find someone to send everyone over to. Who's live? Who's live at the moment? Let's have a look here. I see Loco is playing, looks like custom campaign. So Loco's playing that. I see Roddy's playing Mechabellum. Who else? I see Steadfast is playing one ladder game before wrapping up. Raider. Este Ricardo, papi. Rainer, he's playing League of Legends. He's lost in the rift, papi. He's lost in the rift. Strange is streaming. Ender streaming. Okay, I'm tempted to raid Ender. Tempted. Got Esther Rainer. Always lost in the rift. I see Crimson. True, Crimson streaming. Crimson, he's a Japanese player. We'll give some love to Ender. Give some love. Cavia Napoleon Marquises acampado. Much love, much love. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.